Hi everyone, today we're looking at bearings, multiple choice questions. Bearings comes under the main topic of geometry and trigonometry. So let's look at the question we have in front of us here. A boat is traveling on a bearing, let's underline the word bearing, of 270 degrees. In what direction was it traveling? Now whenever you see the word bearing or bearings, you must always draw a north line. Everybody knows what a north line looks like, right? Then we could draw other cardinal points, right? All right, that means just now we know this one is south and this is west and east, right? It spells we, right? West comes here, east comes here, right? Cool. A boat was traveling on a bearing of 270 degrees. What you need to do is you must draw a north line, and from your north line, you must measure what 270 degrees is. Now, from here to here is 90 degrees, right? And then from here to here is another 90 degrees, which is 180. And then from here to here is another 90, which is 270, right? So a boat was traveling on a bearing of 270 degrees. So this angle we have here now is 270 degrees. In what direction was it traveling? So now really it's at the west. Right, and that's it, right? So you must draw your north line first before you can continue, right? Now let's look at this question we have here. A plane is traveling in a direction of 45 degrees and changes course in a clockwise direction to 135 degrees, the angle through which the plane has turned. So we talk about direction and so on, traveling in different angles. So draw a north line. Right? Always have a north line. You can draw your other cardinal points here. Right. So now it says the plane is traveling in a direction of 45 degrees. Now we know that this here is from north to east. That's 90 degrees there, right? So 45 degrees will be halfway through there. Remember, this is just a sketch, right? So this is the 45 here, right? Cool, right? And now it changes course in a clockwise direction to 135 degrees. So where would 135 degrees is? Now remember, this entire thing is 90, right? Now, again, half here, half of the 90 is actually 45, right? If the plane now comes here, so this is actually 135. All this here is 135. How do I know? Because from the north to the east, north to east is 90 degrees, right? And then from the east to the midway, southeast will be 45, right? So now 45, which gives me the 135 degrees. Now from this point here to this point, what is the angle through which your plane turned? So from here to here is 45, and then here to here is also 45. So it's actually 90 degrees. Now I know the diagram is a little bit confusing, right? North, the plane is originally here, right? Now the plane is midway here, right? So from here to here is 45, and from here to here is 45. That's how we get the 90 degrees, right? Now this is a very easy question that you see popping up in many multiple choice past papers. It says a ship sailed 8 kilometers due east from A to B. It then sailed 6 kilometers due north to C. Which diagram below best describes the path of the ship? First of all, you must know what is north, west, east, and south, and so on, right? Again, so remember your north is always at the top there, right? Remember I told you spell the word we, W-E, west and east, and well down here is south, right? So it says the ship sailed 8 kilometers due east from A to B. So east will be moving from here across the side. So from right hand side across the left side. So let's look for that first. From A due to 8 kilometers due east. So then A is here, 8 kilometers due east to B. So that's the option. C is also an option. From A, 8 kilometers due east to B. And same thing as D, right? So A is already out of the running. Right? Cool. So that's our first line we checked out there. It then sails 6 kilometers due north to C. So when it reach B, it has to go north 6 kilometers. So it will come up north from that B. So then you already seen in option B here, it went 6 kilometers north from A, but we wanted it to go from B, so that's out. In C, it actually went south, so that's out. So my answer is actually D. So a ship sailed 8 kilometers due east from A to B, you see it here, and then it sailed 6 kilometers due north to C. Right? So very easy, very common question that you'll see popping up, right? Now this question has a little bit of the tricks that we were doing before in the previous videos tied into it, right? So let's look at it. A plane travels from point A on a bearing of 150 degrees. So you see in point A here, bearing of 150 degrees, right? And to point B, 10 kilometers from A. So AB is 10 kilometers. How far east of A is B? So think about it. How far east of A is B? So first of all, just to remind yourself, what is north, south, east, west, right? So AB is 10 kilometers. This is what they gave us here. We have the 150 degrees. How far east of A is B? So if B is here, right? So basically we want to find this length here, right? How far is A from B? So we have this 10 here. Could we find this? Yes, we can. So let's pull out our diagram here. Here's 10 kilometers, right? We have here's 150. Angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees. So this here would actually be 30 degrees, right? 180 take away 150 is 30 degrees, right? Cool. And now we want to find this. Now let's label our sides. This would be 90 degrees. This is opposite. Remember, this 10 here will be hypotenuse. So which rule uses opposite and hypotenuse? We can write our SOHCAHTOA. Again, you need to go back to the trigonometry videos in order to follow this, right? So opposite and hypotenuse, we use sine. So sine of the angle is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. So sine of 30 is equal to, we don't know what the opposite is, so we can just write question mark, doesn't matter what you put. And the hypotenuse is 10. So now, let's just come across here. In order to get rid of this division by 10, dividing by 10, we need to carry across, it becomes multiplication by 10. Right? Just like that. So then we get 10 sine 30 is our answer. And that is E. Again, I really encourage you all to look at the previous trigonometry videos in order to understand this a little bit better, right? And just to point out again, the formula for sine, cos, and tan are in the formula sheet in the beginning, right?